Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Shabbat 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 Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers are pushing word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the Aquat that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, the one third, the hopeful elect of Israel, the brother Yahshua. And just a quick geopolitical update, if you will. They had the State of the Union last night, which is a joke, but it's interesting to see how both sides, if you will, the two sides of the same bird, how they feel about it. All right. Anyway, this is Sirach 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small, which is sound advice, right? We kind of got to know everything. We got to have our nose partially in everything that is going on. So, what happened last night? We're going to go right here. Um, Lisa Haven, 2 hours ago. Why was Biden late? Apparently, he was late a couple of minutes before the speech started, just minutes before his State of the Union speech. Something went terribly wrong. Mainstream media silent. Multiple government websites, including Secret Service and Homeland Security, go down for 20 minutes during Biden's State of the Union before being brought back online, and that's serious because your opponents, if you will, or your enemies, they wait for important distractions like the Super Bowl, for example, to launch an attack. All right, so this is one of those moments, State of the Union, and that's, I mean, for the timing, when you see something like that, you recognize it as them thumbing their nose. Look, we can attack you at any time, right? While there's a distraction going on. A lot of things went down during the Super Bowl, right? Uh, who was it? Israel. These Israelis were over there attacking, right? Attacking tents and women and children in tents. Okay, so keep our eye on this, right? This is an attack. Multiple government websites, including Secret Service. Who's that? Who's the Secret Service? And Homeland Security go down for 20 minutes during Biden's State of the Union before being brought back online. That's serious. Okay? So, this is where we are, right? Be not ignorant of where things are. We're supposed to be watching the time. Let's get that real quick. Okay? If you're watching everything, if you have your hand in every basket, just a little, with a balance, right? You got to keep that proper balance. This is, what am I looking for? Oh, 9. Second Ezra's 9. Salakia. Mind drifted. From the top. Here's what we're doing. We're measuring. All right. Second Ezra's 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. That's what we're doing. Okay. So, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I've told thee before, then shalt thou understand there's a very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're looking for the times. And we see that last night, right, they're attacking. Here's an attack, some sort of cyber attack. How close are we? Right? Well, the signs say, if you know that the world as we know it will end with a thermonuclear exchange, how close are we to that? Well, I see World War III in the headlines right here. Secret Service. Who's attacking the Secret Service? Who's attacking Homeland Security? That sounds like we're in a major battle of some of sorts. Okay, so let's listen to a little bit of this.
But those were the stories that everyone saw, at least saw a part of. Now, what about the stories that very few people saw? The mainstream media has been silent on because they don't appear to want anyone to know.
during the
Did you know
speech, right?
that multiple government websites, including the Secret Service, Department of Homeland Security, and many others, went down for 20 minutes during Biden's speech? 20 minutes. The sites went offline. Man, folks, I don't know if you've been watching over the last few weeks, but somebody is sending a major warning to the United States. Websites for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and the Secret Service displayed technical difficulty screens for 20 minutes on Thursday night during Joe Biden's speech. I can't see a larger example of someone sending a message. One Twitter user stated, "Why are a bunch of government websites down at this moment in time? It seems like everyone's distracted by the State of the Union, so there's a bunch of backdoor shady stuff going on right now." Isn't there certainly a bunch of backdoor shady stuff going on right now? Why is this happening? Put it in context. These are all the down screens. Put it in context that LinkedIn just went down. Facebook went down. Instagram went down. AT&T went down. And now government websites go down, but is anybody talking about it on mainstream media? Silence. Silence. Man, if that doesn't scare you, nothing shall. But what happened moments before Biden's speech? What made the man late to his own speech? It's beyond what Trump said. He's too busy. Now there's a lot going on. The mainstream media wouldn't show you. There was protests going on. Pro-Palestinian protests going on. Did you ever see this picture before? That was flashed right up on a building. Genocide Joe, they screamed, projecting it onto the building.
That's hilarious. Genocide.
Two-faced Genocide Joe. They went even further. This man seen in multiple places. These protests, even though the mainstream media tried to make them look really small by framing in and cropping shots. Wait till I show you the larger framed out shot. Many in the crowd waving Palestinian flags, holding signs calling for a ceasefire. This person wearing a mask with the president's face on it. Young man arrested just outside the White House. Again, probably something you hadn't seen, right? Just outside the White House, after revving his engine near ceasefire protest outside as President Biden prepares for the State of the Union address.
Sounds like uproars of the people, does it not? Let's go back to this real quick. Uproars of the people, right here. Therefore, 2 Ezra 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So we're watching. We see uproars right here. This is last night. Let's see. Okay. This is yesterday. So, see this? This is yesterday. They're chanting down Biden. Okay. See this right here? What's that? Is that the White House? That's the Capitol, right? Okay, so where are they? They're in D.C. for the State of the Union address. What are they doing? Uproaring. Okay. Now, what happened here? Well, Zelensky the other day, right? He got fired on because Genocide Joe and this guy Zelensky, right? Well, Russian missile strikes near Zelensky's convoy. They could hit that fool when they want. They could take down Bibi Netanyahu. So my point is the ante is being upped right now. Look, oh, they're shooting at each other. They're coming after Joe, right? And what is Ryan Garcia mentioning Bibi Netanyahu for? That he was at the Vatican. Huh? That's another thing. Anyway, let's watch a little bit. This is 2 days ago, CNN. potential assassination attempt.
This is CNN Breaking News.
And we are following some more breaking news out of Ukraine. President Zelensky says a Russian missile hit near where he and the Greek prime minister were meeting in Odessa on the Black Sea. Zelensky says people were killed and injured in that attack. And CNN's Fred Pleitgen joins me now. Fred, what more can you tell us?
Hi there, Jim. Well, it certainly looks like it might have been a close call there for the Ukrainian president and actually also the Greek prime minister. It's not clear whether or not the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, was actually the target of what apparently took place there, which seems to have been a missile strike by the Russians near the port or inside the port of Odessa. It was quite interesting to hear the Ukrainian president say that they not only heard an explosion, but he says that they also saw the missile as it was coming down, which of course,
You think that they didn't know he was right there where these missiles are going? Of course they did. Probably a shot over the bow or...
seems to indicate that both him and the Prime Minister of Greece were quite close to that explosion that took place. I want to listen in to what Volodymyr Zelensky had to say later at a press conference. Let's listen in.
Ми бачили сьогодні цей відповідний удар.
We saw this strike today.
Ви бачите, з ким
You can see who we are dealing with.
справою все
They don't care where they strike.
Знаю, що сьогодні
I know that there are victims today. I don't know all the details yet,
всіх ще
but I know that there are dead and wounded.
знаємо конкретно, що нам
We need to defend ourselves first and foremost.
захищатися.
The best way to do that is with an air defense system.
Повітряна оборона.
We need it. Send one.
And Jim, the Ukrainian president there saying that there were dead and wounded. The Ukrainian authorities, the Ukrainian Navy now coming out and saying that there were 5 people who were killed and further people who were wounded in that strike. And some new information that we literally just got a couple of minutes ago actually coming from the Russians. They claim that near that port facility that they struck what they said was a warehouse containing unmanned sea drones from the Ukrainians. Again, impossible to confirm whether or not that was really the case, but definitely appears as though it could have been a close call there for the Ukrainian president, Jim.
Absolutely. I mean, that would have been extraordinary had things turned out differently here. Glad
Yeah.
that the president is okay. Fred Pleitgen, thank you very much. Joining me now to discuss, CNN national security analyst and former deputy director of national intelligence, Beth Sander, and CNN military analyst, retired Air Force Colonel Cedric Leighton. Beth, let me start with you first. I mean, this, as Fred was saying just a few moments ago, this was an extremely close call. And according to the Ukrainians, this Russian strike not only potentially could have taken out the Russian president, but the Greek prime minister. I mean, can you imagine if something like that had occurred? Just extraordinary.
Yeah, it is absolutely extraordinary, and it's interesting what this might mean in terms of really galvanizing even more the European support for this war effort.
So maybe NATO shot it, right? On some Gulf of Tonkin type shit. Anyway, as you can see, right? This is it's what she's saying is this is upping the ante. This is escalating. All right? It's escalating. So we'll just keep our eye on it, right? Escalation of tensions. Right? That's what we'll call it. Let's get something on the way out here. Shell cover rumor. That was Ezekiel 51. Let's see. Jeremiah 51:46. And lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against the ruler. Let's read that in the NLT. But do not panic, don't be afraid when you hear the first rumor of approaching forces. For rumors will keep coming year by year. Violence will erupt in the land as the leaders fight against each other. Now, what we see? A rumor.
You know, this attack, I mean, obviously the Russians knew he was there. They knew Zelensky was there, and they did it on purpose. And I don't want to steal Cedric's thunder here, but what Fred just said about attacking the warehouse with the unmanned sea drones, it does seem to me that this is in retaliation, perhaps, for the sinking of that Russian warship yesterday, a patrol ship. That
Rumor against rumor. Ruler against ruler, yeah? Let's read it in the NIV. Do not lose heart or be afraid when rumors are heard in the land. One rumor comes this year, another the next. Rumors of violence in the land and of ruler against ruler. That's pretty much that, isn't it? Look at this. All right, so we'll end it off right there. We hope that the elect are edified. You brothers and few sisters, shalom.